So no more of that talk, boy. Get yourself in trouble.
The weather? We're talking about the weather, right?
It's an awfully weird way
Good
to
podcast.
talk about the weather. I feel threatened now that I've had to endure that opening part. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this upcoming weekend and in the coming weeks. I know we're headed towards the fall, so I got something with a little fall twist this week.
Pumpkin spice.
Is it what was sitting right here?
Yeah, those four right in the corner there.
There were two cold things.
Oh, yeah. But there's four in there. I couldn't get it all to fit.
I put the other two on the kegs. But yes, that looks interesting.
That's an interesting one. That's a little... We'll tease that one.
Yeah.
We'll tease that one.
Fall's here.
Fall's fucking here, and it's breaking my heart.
As today, as this drops, it's fall.
When's this come out?
The 22nd.
Oh.
Fall is the 21st.
Why do we hate that day?
Because
September 22nd.
the next day is the greatest day of the year, the 23rd.
Oh, my anniversary.
No,
Yes.
and
Nice.
Happy anniversary.
let's change it up. Well, look
Awesome.
at that. No, this is the Troy birthday episode. It's always very exciting.
The Brendan birthday
very
episode.
exciting time.
The Lee birthday episode.
The Pat birthday episode.
Yeah.
Dave's anniversary. It's ludicrous.
There's a lot of birthdays around this time of year.
Dude.
Also known as right after a drunk New Year's.
Yeah, that's basically it. Everybody trying to just let me put it in for warmth.
Yeah. I was drunk, made some bad
Actually,
decisions.
That would be early October.
Early October results in September babies. I don't know how you do math. What?
No, you're drunken Christmas, baby.
Yeah, right around Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year's.
Yeah, we're saying it's holidays.
I'm just doing 9 months. There's a difference
Yeah.
between the September 25th birthday and the October 2nd birthday.
We got a new abacus.
Jesus.
I'm very excited about
Yeah.
this. Would you like to drag down the episode any further in the first 2 minutes? Or you...
I want to know what Troy's going to wish
I don't
for.
think you know that I don't think you understand that not all babies come out exactly 9 months after conception.
They do in my bloodline. Exactly.
Exactly.
You can start a stopwatch. You go, hit the stopwatch.
Got your 9 month stopwatch?
Yeah. And then as soon as
Hold on. Does this one have the leap year built into
and
it?
then
Damn
9
it.
months later they go,
You
and then
can
it comes
set
out.
your watch by his O face.
Yeah, that's how they used to do it back
Yeah.
in County Cork, Ireland. The watchmaker would be there, and I would
Yeah.
fire. my great grandfather would fire off. Then the baby would come out, and they'd go, "Yep, this one's accurate. This
Yep.
one's not." It's just how they set watches.
That's how they knew who the dad was.
Oh,
If you were off, it wasn't yours.
that's true because the Kennedys always
That's right.
9 months to the second. It's a special trait. Special trait.
It's like a superpower.
Yeah, I got gypped, and that was the superpower I got. 9 months from now, that's gonna you'll see.
You'll get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a pack of smokes 8 months from now. Never coming back.
I didn't think you smoked. I'm just gonna start.
Just gonna start it up tonight. Those new Camels look pretty good.
I thought you had to wait till the kid was at least old enough to recall that conversation.
Oh,
Is
going
that
to
the-
get a pack of smokes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that probably.
You got to
checks
wait
out.
till the kid's like 4 or 5 before you desert him.
I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, that's the gentlemanly thing to do.
Well, but no, Kennedy's. This another thing we do actually. So we always do that at that exact same moment too. Like that stopwatch starts. Click, and then it goes. 9 months later on the nose, boom, baby comes out. 12 months later. That's always the possibility. That's always when we get our smokes. You don't know which year it's going to be.
Yeah.
But it'll be down to that second year at that point. Tick, tick,
Interesting.
tick. Yeah. We like to do it right then and there. Because nothing sets that in like leaving on a birthday. Oh, we don't have a way to light the candles? Allow me to go get a lighter. He'll be home.
Or like if you grew up like me, you went into the place and you got the cigarettes for your mom.
That actually
Yeah.
was a kind of a Kennedy tradition. Not with my family, but the family of generations past. I heard lots of stories about that stuff. The booze,
The good old days.
cigarettes. Yeah. Troy
Well, the
was doing it
5-year-old
when it was
doesn't-
illegal.
The 5-year-old doesn't smoke Virginia Slim ultralights. That's obviously for women.
You start
I
where
was
you-
smoking Camel Lights. Come
Yeah, wides.
Yeah, exactly.
Get those wides in there.
because they're shorter.
Yeah, it has a girthy ring gauge, man. That's what I always liked.
I didn't have the dexterity at 5 to hold a.
Do the Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't do it.
No.
I understand. Yeah, but dude, fall is here. It's cold outside. I broke out a flannel tonight.
Yeah.
It kind of broke my heart.
I actually paused walking out to come over here. I was like, do I get a fleece or not get a fleece?
I mean, we're
We're
there.
there.
It's
I'm still
all-
sweating from Sunday.
dude, this place was packed.
It was
Dude, it
hot.
was hot as hell in here.
What the hell was that?
The food was awesome. Brian killed it again.
Week 1, nobody shows up. Week 2, everybody shows up. Their
Yeah.
kids show up. Their wives.
The
I mean, it
women.
was like, yeah, there were actually like a legitimate enough amount of women that if I had walked in and this was a bar, I wouldn't have just walked right out.
Glad to see this has turned back into the women's room, not the man room.
I've given up on everything. Did you
I-
notice I wasn't even here
Yeah.
when it opened?
Yeah.
No, like I've completely given up.
Well,
Like,
you've given up on fighting the you don't have to bring your significant other over.
given up on fighting everything.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like, hey, you want? But there were like 8 dogs back here.
yeah, that was ludicrous too. Your
Like-
dogs couldn't even come out of your own house because there were so many other dogs that no one was paying attention to running around like I was at one point I was walking through the backyard and I was like watching every step I took and I was like and I was leaving early, so I was like at some point today someone's tracking dog shit back in the man room. Like
Yeah, we really did it up right this weekend. We had about 8 dogs in the yard. We had a bunch of kids, bunch of women. We had a
I
dude
didn't see the
showing off his new stereo out front.
did you get any complaints on that?
Not that I'm aware of.
I wanted to hear it. I went out to hear it. Dave and I went out, and we were in it, so I heard it from inside. But he had all the soundproofing done. I wanted to hear it from like
I have stood
10 feet
outside.
away, 20 feet away.
I have stood outside, and
You're still gonna hear it.
you still hear that there's bass, but it is way quieter than you would think.
Nice.
A good sound deadening is critical.
Yeah.
in putting a stereo in a car. That's like the part everyone skips.
Yeah.
You just sound deaden. I got that little Miata. I got little 5 1/4 speakers in the door. Mm-hmm. Sounds amazing because I deadened the door.
Yeah.
I spent just as much on that as I did on the speakers, and it makes a world of difference. It's pretty cool. But yeah, fall is here, man. It is cold. You're old.
I am old.
I'll be old later. This one will come out.
Dave, how many years for you and the wife?
24.
Wow. Congrats.
Yep.
Damn, that's a long time, man.
Statistically, that's got to be like high, those numbers.
I'm pretty sure I would get like some free shrimp on a cruise or something like that.
Yeah.
You allergic to shrimp?
No.
Okay, then yeah.
Next year is like the big one, though. Like,
Oh yeah,
silver.
you got to do something
Yeah.
with that.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, you got to actually, and you got to make sure you're not fucking it up, and it's not this year. Like, check that
Yeah,
math.
double check.
It's easy. 2,000.
Yeah, that
Pretty,
means,
that
pretty
fucking-
easy.
yeah,
That helps. I should have gotten married on a nice round number.
yeah.
That's smart.
There's still time.
You'll get it right the next time.
Yeah, 2030 looks good.
I believe I will get it right the next time. I'm going to get so many things right the next time. It's going to be great. If I ever nut up, I might just ride it out. We'll
Yeah, it's easier.
see. It depends.
What do they say? Cheaper to keep her?
Is it?
Yeah, you got to wonder.
It's cheaper to go get smokes on your kid's 4th birthday.
I think the cheapest thing to do is just wait till you lose your job. Then you just let
Yeah.
that bitch ride for a year. Then you file for divorce.
Yeah.
And then you collect.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, you could collect the other way. I'm pretty sure once you do get a job, though, they can re-petition the court with this new information.
Well, and back to Dave's point about like going to get the smokes, and you made the joke earlier. Like, you used to be able to do that. You would just be like, throw up the deuces. Daddy was a Rolling Stone. You moved a couple towns over. No one ever saw her for you again. But now, back to Dave's point, clickety clack on the computer. Oh, I
Yeah.
see where he is. I know where he's working. I know what his salary is. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like lassoed back in this bitch. Like you're going nowhere.
But I'm pretty sure the guy that disappears for a pack of smokes, that was his net worth.
Oh yeah.
Little different.
Yeah. I was always intrigued how in the old days you could just have a whole nother family just over there, the town over.
My grandfather.
He pulled that move?
Here in the city of Richmond.
And both of them were like within 20 miles of
Yeah.
each other.
And neither
Yeah.
one of them knew each other?
Nope.
That's
how did that come out?
baller.
I don't know officially how it came out, but rumors do end up happening. But the wife stayed at home and didn't work. And, you have one car. There was no like catching anyone doing anything because the dad got up and left to go to work. And, you say, I'm going out of town or whatever. And you would just go over there for a couple days. Then you come back to the other side of town for a couple days.
So he actually worked at like Philip Morris rolling cigarettes, but he said he was a traveling salesman.
Yeah, I don't even know. Because the woman I knew as my grandmother was his second wife. So I didn't even know.
Oh, you're from the messed up side.
Yeah.
Like you're the second family.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's messed up.
Well, I mean,
No, but she
by,
was
like,
she
on
was
paper,
she was
I
a
guess.
saint.
Alternate universe side.
But again, I mean,
Okay, that's sure.
Messed up's not fair.
It's one. He was legally married to one. Was he legally married to the other?
well, so the original one actually passed away in a car accident. They married to
Already fishy.
yeah.
Brakes don't work. Weird.
Yeah.
We were working earlier.
But yeah, but that used to happen all the time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was wild stuff. Your situation sounds a little different. Somebody passes away, you can get remarried. That's actually the
Yeah.
best.
Well, wait a minute. What happened to the first kids?
They're still around.
No, but I
That's
mean,
my mom.
he didn't have two separate families at the same time.
I don't know if he had other kids or not. I do not know that. I know there were another woman.
Oh, okay. At the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how it's done.
Just
But again, you would have kids and not know it back then. Like,
Yeah.
That's why every
you can
9
have
months.
kids and not know it now, but it's a lot harder.
Every 9 months, I just listen to the wind and see if I hear the little Kennedy cry.
Any one of us could have a kid and not know it.
Not if you do butt stuff exclusively.
That is safer.
Is that that's how you guys have gotten this far?
It's the right move.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I had that happen to a friend.
Butt stuff?
The woman showed up with a kid like 10 years later. He had no idea.
It's like, we
So
only
she'd
did
been-
butt stuff.
She'd been raising the kid for 10 years
Yep.
and never asked him for anything.
Yep.
And then one day shows up. Why?
I would assume maybe the kid was asking questions. I would assume maybe some money.
Fucking Jenny. Forrest Gump. I always get pissed off.
Yeah.
I do not like Jenny. The shit that he put him through. And then she risked giving him AIDS so he could finally get. Oh,
It might have just been hepatitis.
It was AIDS.
it was definitely not hepatitis.
I think the author was indicating it was hepatitis. Everyone who watched the movie said it's AIDS.
Hold on. It wasn't a documentary?
Yeah, it was.
He was at all those historical events.
Of course he was.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Yeah, okay.
Play dumb, Dave. It was not hepatitis.
I'm just saying that's what someone said.
He probably caught shit for like making people think it was AIDS and then
It was AIDS. I have this new disease that makes me tired all the time. Well, I guess it could be kind of hepatitis,
yeah, but she was doing all the IV drugs
which is also how you get hepatitis,
and the whoring.
which is how you get, well, shit. I mean, these things do run
That's how you get
parallel.
AIDS too, right? Sharing
Definitely.
needles.
And butt
So
stuff.
here you go on screenrant.com. Jenny dies from hepatitis C in the Forrest Gump books.
What'd she die of in the movie?
Well, it says she may have died of AIDS in the movie, even though it was only implied.
It was definitely AIDS.
Hepatitis C was discovered in 1989, which is why the doctors could do little for Jenny in the pre-89 80s.
I was wondering why they never even insinuated what it was.
I just assumed
They didn't know, I guess.
it never occurred to me that she didn't have AIDS.
That's a great fucking movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's
love that
pretty
movie.
good. I tried to get my kids to watch it. It didn't hit the way I expected.
My kids like it.
I don't think they got through it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Actually, my youngest daughter did, and she was like, she was. I was very proud of her. She was like, I don't like her. I was like,
Yeah.
respect. She carries my hatred of Jenny.
Slut shaming.
I'm not slut shaming her. She just broke his heart. She would drag him along. He almost got his ass kicked at that Black Panther party. It was bad.
He laid the fucking wood there, son.
He did, but that almost ended very
He
poorly.
ruined that Black Panther party.
He apologized. That's what you do. You apologize like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Forrest was very much a gentleman.
Dude, that scene when he meets his kid chokes me up every single time.
That does. That messes you up every time.
Every
You've
time.
talked about that. That's one of the. I think when we were in here doing like remember we were doing like movie quotes and we were like playing
yeah.
the top ones. I think you even played that one.
Yep.
There you go. Is he stupid? Yep.
That's not what he said. Is he stupid? Yes. One of the top 100 quotes of all time.
He's so dumb, dude. It's so bad. You're gonna have to wipe this kid's ass, Forrest.
I never should have slept with you. This kid is all sorts of fucked up, son.
It wasn't mine. I pulled out way early.
He's like, how do you think I know it's yours?
Forrest, he's got a flaccid little penis and he's dumb as fuck. Oh boy, he is mine.
We tracked him on 24andMe.
He's so slow. He came out 18 months later. All gumps. You could set a watch to it. We call and then 18 months later, a baby.
He was conceived on Christmas 2 years ago.
Exactly. Thank God it wasn't a leap year. I couldn't do the math. We just do Forrest
Yeah, we
jokes
did.
all night.
We did.
I would love to do that. Oh, I'm
Your
coming,
kids
Jenny.
Your kids probably didn't like it because
I finished in my eye.
part of the love for that movie is the soundtrack, and your
Absolutely.
kids probably don't even get most of those songs.
Dude, I saw Hootie and the Blowfish the other night, and they covered.
By the way, I didn't get to tell you, like, I would enjoy that concert for sure. Everybody was mocking you.
no, I was
like,
I was all in. I don't give
They
a fuck.
have a great.
I think everyone
Like-
was mocking his shirt.
No, they were mocking him
Was
on.
that a swim shirt?
yeah.
Oh my god!
I've got a Hootie and the Blowfish swim
I
shirt.
mean, you do look special when you wear it.
yeah.
No, it's
You,
not.
you should have walked in with goggles.
It's just that material. It's just all shirts are made of that material now.
I had to get it. I'm always doing the hang loose sign. It's got a hang loose on it with Hootie. It's
So he did some covers.
man. I think Darius Rucker recognizes that, like, while they are a beloved band and they have all of this stuff, one of their biggest albums was that Scattered, Smothered, and Covered. It was all covers. And what is Hootie's biggest song in the last 10 years? A cover, Wagon Wheel.
Wagon wheel, yeah.
So I think he recognizes not what they are. They're better than a cover band.
He's a whore.
But he's a little bit of a Jedi. But he knows that, like, he's got a voice that everybody loves. It instantly makes songs better.
I think what he knows too is, being that he's from the 90s era, like, what brings us all back to that is nostalgia. So
Yeah, he was covering everything.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, 70% of it was originals, but he was like 30%, maybe all the way to like 40%, somewhere in between there, of covers.
yeah,
And it worked really, really well.
Dave Matthews has always done that well.
Yeah, but he sprinkles them a little. I guess Widespread Panic, Dave Matthews, they're both known for that. And I love both those bands. But they put on a show. Now, granted, I was in a really good mood, but I
Yeah.
remember thinking, is this the best concert I've ever seen? I was like, this is fucking amazing.
I need a swim shirt.
Yeah. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, is that a top 10 concert? Like, I immediately had to start renegotiating with myself because I was really in it at the moment. But
It's hard to classify concerts
it really is.
because, like, if you have a favorite band or singer, like, that's gonna move it up the notch.
Sure. Like I always say, Pearl Jam in Rome was the best concert I ever saw.
Yeah. So the location plays
Location
into that.
helps. The set list was perfect. The vibe, the whole thing was great. But then these are on. I got draft right here.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I remember the first time I saw Widespread Panic. Like I didn't really expect anything of Widespread Panic. I just knew that everybody loved them, and I had a free ticket. And that was like transformative. So that has to be up there because it literally changed.
That was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it changed everything. Like it was that good. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go see them 25 more times.
I want to give 2 shout outs real quick. One to Troy, who had to take off his headphones to get me a drink. That was not my intention. And
Yeah, you
then-
could have just gone up and gotten yourself.
Yeah, I thought, just be an easy hand.
I'm just as bitch.
Yep.
I see that now. It's unfortunate.
And also, Troy and I want to again shout out Woody
Yes.
for our Scandals hats.
Those are
You
dope.
remembered early in an
Yes.
episode.
Yes. I would not remember after Deli.
We
Well
brought
done.
it up on multiple episodes afterwards that we need to thank him. So thank you, Woody.
Yeah, that was a stand-up move.
Those are gorgeous.
They're very cool. Very cool. Yeah, but I think concerts are like that, man. It's like sometimes it's just a vibe. Sometimes you go catch a band at a bar,
Oh, yeah.
it blow your mind.
Like one of my favorite artists is Jackson Brown. Got a chance to see him. Not my favorite concert by a mile. But the fact that I got to see him do the songs that I love live was incredibly moving. But
There you go.
I wouldn't put it in my best concerts ever.
Yeah, I think Van Morrison is probably one of our greatest musicians like ever. And I've seen him multiple times, and I can with real certainty say one of the top 5 worst concerts I've ever seen
Yeah.
was a Van Morrison show.
Yeah, I felt awful for my wife being there, sitting there, listening to all these songs. Most of them she doesn't even know. and they're just, they're not acoustic, but they're slower. They're not get out of your seat, move type music.
But that's how like somebody can be. I've seen Van Morrison be amazing,
Yeah.
where I was like, this is to die for. When I saw him at an Irish festival, so he's like, the whole place is filled with Irish folks. So like the mood helped.
Everybody was drunk.
Everybody was partying. Van comes out looking like a pimp in his white suit and his white fedora and like crushed it. And I was like, that was one of the greatest shows. And then I've seen him come out and I'm like, how does somebody that good be that bad? So it's like everything's a moment in time. But Hootie was on fire the other night. No doubt about
It
it.
was at the amphitheater, Virginia Beach,
Yeah.
sold out.
I don't know if it was sold out. I would assume so. I mean, it was packed.
Yeah.
For sure. And they weren't there for Collective Soul or Edwin McCain's bitchy ass. I really thought Edwin McCain would be good, and he pulled the cardinal sin for
Collective
me.
Soul song Shine.
Yeah.
That was their big hit, I think.
They actually had a few hits. You sometimes don't remember how many hits a band has until they
Or was
go
that
out there.
Candlebox?
No, it's Collective Soul. They probably had like 3 charters on that album, but everyone remembers how much Shine sucked, and they're like, that band sucks.
Shine was a great song.
Eh.
I don't even remember which one Shine is.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Gotta let your light shine now.
No, they definitely played that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna let it shine.
And he
gonna
didn't
let it
and
shine.
he didn't bitch. Edwin
Yeah.
McCain literally bitched halfway through his song.
Really?
I think did I tell you this story
No,
yesterday?
no.
Okay. This dude's up there. He's singing his hit. He's got all the people with their phones out.
What's his hit?
I'll be
Oh, yeah. I'll be
your
yeah.
crying shoulder.
Yeah. That's not a bad song.
No, it's a great song.
Yeah.
So like he's playing his big hit. Everybody's swaying, everybody's loving it. About 70% of the way through, he's going to a little guitar riff and he starts talking. And he goes, I hate 26-year-old me for writing this song. It's like, and now, but then I thought, at least when I was 26, I was like, well, it's not you're going to be singing it when you're 55, but here I am singing the same song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people are swaying with their cameras up,
Right.
and you just decided to just bitch. Like, you were a nobody if it's not for that song. That
Jimmy
song
Buffett
made you.
fucking basically died singing Cheeseburger in Paradise. You think he was fucking happy
You,
that that
you
was
think
his,
that dude
like-
ever bitched though?
Yeah. Oh, of course not. But
He,
like
he got it.
he wrote a bunch of other great songs. that
Yeah.
he probably likes way more than he likes that one. But he was always happy as hell to have all the drunkards.
Motherfucker doubled down. He made a restaurant called Margaritaville,
Yeah,
made a hotel called Margaritaville. He sells cheeseburgers
Yeah.
in Paradise. Like, he was like, nah, I think I'll just sell out all the way.
Yeah.
And was happy as a pig in shit.
These people just pay to hear me sing the same 20
In fact,
songs
there's a
all the
guy.
time.
There's a guy that had the same routine, same stuff, and I would say the first time I saw him was absolutely transformative. But I
Yeah.
was like 16 or 17 years old,
Yeah.
being fed drinks by 50-year-olds,
I've only seen him once. You
I
were
was with
there.
you.
Yep.
and that was a cold ass night for a Jimmy Buffett show.
That really was.
Yeah, it's not
Virginia Beach again.
Virginia Beach. I think my favorite part of that whole concert was when we were
Quesadillas.
in Denny's, and I was drinking like rum and cokes. Because I had brought the rum, I was just pouring it in the cokes. Yeah, and the quesadillas were dope. That's how it's done.
Speaking of concerts, this new baseball venue they're building is supposed to house some concerts. So
Yeah,
we
what is this? It's CarMax
Carmack
ponied up.
So we might have some actual. Might have a legit concert venue in the Richmond area again.
That would be good. We got a music festival this week. When this comes out, will be the Iron Blossom Festival will be happening. Kind of excited about that.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that you guys named. That's how out of it I am.
You don't know Camp? Well,
No.
you know Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats.
I know that name.
Yeah, that's
I
a
couldn't
band.
name a song.
Give me a drink.
Yeah, son of a bitch, give me a drink.
Oh, okay.
You know that one. And then you know. Do you know that one?
I've heard that one.
It's a classic joke. I doubt that got picked up. So no.
Dude, the thunder that we had last episode or 2 episodes ago.
Could you
I was
hear
listening-
it?
Oh my god, it was in my earbuds so I could like really
Yeah.
hear it. It was like clear.
Dude.
That was wild.
Yeah, this and then I don't know if anyone knows J. Roddy Walston in the business.
His mom probably does.
He had one hit.
Yeah, Heavy Bells, and then Take It As It Comes. And then his sound got stolen by the record company, and the record company blew up. Not like a record company,
But
like
the
a
record
band
company.
called The Record Company.
The band, they broke up years ago.
Yeah, that was cocaine. It was different. No, there's a band called The Record Company that kind of
Just
took
like
the
there's a
J.
band
Roddy
called The
sound.
Band?
Yeah, and like went with it. But J. Roddy hasn't been touring, and he's playing Get
Maybe
Tight
it's
Lounge.
Maybe it's the record company.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, have I sounded stupid this whole time? I don't
Dude,
know
are
the
we going
name
to
of this
the? Are we
band.
going back to the Get Tight Lounge?
I'm telling you now, I'm going to J. Roddy Walston. I got tickets, so if you want in, get on that action.
Nice.
Maybe we'll see some listeners up there. If anybody
Yeah.
knows who J. Roddy Walston is, but
I would go say check the Get Tight Lounge out because that place is a cool little hidden gem.
it's the greatest.
I don't
It's-
even know
it's-
what that is.
It's a house party. Would be the ultimate way to
Yeah.
describe it. It's your typical downtown bar, so it's like a shotgun style, narrow, thin bar, but they have a backyard and a way in between the buildings you can get back there, and they set a stage in the backyard. They put fire pits out, and like they just do it right. It's basically like being at a
But
frat
if you're
party.
familiar with the VCU campus, it's basically right there, and you wouldn't even know it. You would walk by it a million times and never see it. It's directly across from that 7-Eleven at Harrison.
which is what makes it super sweet. So yeah, maybe we'll see some listeners out there. I don't know.
Maybe.
You never know if they happen to be into J. Roddy.
When is that?
It's when this episode comes out, the upcoming Friday. So I'm just putting a plug out there for
I can only assume I have something to do.
Get Tight Lounge. Make it happen.
Hadn't sold out yet?
I don't know. I bought tickets right when it was announced, but I'm sure it hasn't sold out. I'm sure you can get your hands on them.
Yeah.
Not like that cicada malort. You can't get your hands on that anymore.
What?
Did you hear about that shit when all the cicadas?
You did mention that.
we
Yeah.
talked about it,
Did
right?
Did you hunt hard for it?
No, because it turns out
It's probably illegal.
it was highly illegal.
Oh,
And they didn't realize that, so they're promoting the shit out of it. Like, we've got cicada infused Malort. I think what were they called? They were the Noon Whistle Brewery
Uh-huh.
and or bar. And they were the ones who got the cicadas, and then
so
they
it
got
wasn't
the
even
Malort.
Jepson.
No, it was Jepson's. No, yeah, it was a place
Oh,
that decided let's get bushels of cicadas soak them in Malort, and then we'll sell $5 shots of Malort. And then they promoted the shit out of the fact that they had cicada Malort. And of course, people came
And you eat the cicada, I guess?
like the worm, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought about the health regulations that must go into that. Like,
You know what they got tripped up on? This is crazy. Is that if you're going to infuse a liquor, you can't infuse it for more than 14 days, and it has to be consumed in its entirety within 3 weeks, 21 days.
What?
And they
there's
still,
no way that shit tequila that has the worm in it follows any of that.
that's got to be something different. This is like
Because it's
infused.
imported or something?
Yeah, this is like if you're going to infuse a liquor. At least these are Chicago laws because I read up on it. That's what got them busted. Was that it was over
Just
21
sitting around.
Yeah. They were like, not only is it foul and you guys are fucking gross, but you've had it sitting too long with the infusion.
That makes sense.
And so they came in and they like,
Shit can grow and whatnot.
yeah, they wreaked havoc on them. I seriously doubt anything's growing in Malort.
That's probably true.
You know, like it's medicinal by nature.
But there is an alcohol content that I would think once you get to, it's almost impossible for gross shit to grow in it.
You would think.
But is
that's what-
Malort that high of an alcohol content?
70 proof? High enough.
I would think that's high enough.
But they came in with the wrath of God and they shut this place down and they immediately dumped all of the cicada liquor. So I think the fine was probably pretty hefty.
When did you learn that?
What's that?
When did you learn about the shutdown process?
About 2 weeks ago. I just haven't brought it up. It just finally just came out of my head. But yeah, I read it and I was like, that's crazy that's what got them busted was that they let it sit too long. It's not that there were cicadas in the worst liquor in the world or the best.
I don't think anybody says that.
I had some people over here this weekend. So
Uh-oh.
new
Virgins?
yeah, no longer. They've had that Malort.
What'd they say?
One of them was my sister, and she woke up the next morning and was still
Your
bitching.
sister was in town?
Yeah,
What the hell?
she was still bitching about the Malort.
I'm sure.
She was like, "This is fucking horrible." She woke up the next day, first thing out of her mouth, "My mouth tastes like shit. Thank you for the
God, I
Malort."
haven't seen your sister in a dozen years, probably.
It'd been a long time since I'd seen her.
Yeah.
It was cool.
How is she?
She's good. She's good. We did what?
Still in Montana?
Yeah, we did what you do, right? We came here. She brought a friend in, and we just sat out here and we drank Malort, Unicum. We drank it all. We went after it. It was a wild night. I'm still paying for it a little bit. But then I woke up the next morning, went to Hootie. Woke up the next morning after that, drove back here for football.
Where'd y'all stay down there?
Founders Inn? I don't know anything about
Is
it.
it close to the venue?
Yeah. Sure seemed to be. It seemed a lot closer on the way home.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
If I remember correctly, there's not a lot by that venue, unfortunately.
No, wasn't a whole lot going on. You hear that phone going through there? It's deadly. You get that phone. It's not good.
Just you and the wife at Hootie, or did y'all go with somebody?
Nah, just the wife and I. It was nice.
Oh, wow.
That's always good sometimes to get if you get like a great concert like that and you're just with your wife.
Yeah, but y'all don't do anything like that.
What do you mean?
Like, y'all usually go with friends.
Oh, yeah. This one wasn't. I didn't pay for this one, so I didn't have much say.
Whoa.
Is she
Yeah.
a huge Hootie fan?
She knows I'm a huge Hootie fan, and she is a huge Hootie fan. So.
Alright.
Yeah, and then we both had shirts.
She
Hootie
likes
and
a
the
good
Blowfish
time.
Shirts. Yeah, with or without me.
Yeah.
Just like she just likes to have fun. No, it was funny because we both had Hootie shirts, and we walked into brunch the next day in Virginia Beach, and we walk in, and they're playing "Hold My Hand,"
Nice.
and we both walk in with Hootie shirts, and I didn't know what to say, so I was like, "It's cool you have Hootie on. We love Hootie." We're both standing there. The chick was looking at us like, "Yeah, okay, your
Yeah,
table's over
yeah.
here."
Yeah.
They put us in a corner.
She's like, well, we like the Blowfish, so fuck off.
Yeah, I got him.
Think they're pissed that he's like super successful in his second.
I think that's
Career.
part of why this tour happened.
Because they're pissed.
Foreclosures?
No, because like he's like going back to the guys and like, hey, you need to make
Yeah.
some money. Let's go tour. Like, I'll help you out. It's not that Darius needs the money.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he could use it.
I'm sure he does for something.
I feel like his country career has petered out a little.
Well, Wagon Wheel though became, and it's not even his song.
Yeah.
Like that's an Old Crow.
They're
Medicine
getting paid off that.
Old Crow Medicine Show. Yeah, that's true. That's probably the best thing happened to them.
Yeah.
Was let Darius cover it.
Well, people probably never heard that song until a lot of people had never heard that song until Darius did it.
People think that is a Darius Rucker song. I hear
Like
that all the time.
there's a new country song that references Heads Carolina, Tails California, and that was like a '90s song by like Jody Messina. And I'm like, I bet no one had heard that, and now they probably like are being told that, and they're like going back and listening to that.
Sad when that shit happens.
That's all we are.
It is wild. Like back in the day, like you'd have Van Halen do a cover, and you're like, "Oh, that was such an old song." And then you grow up and you realize that song was like 8 years old when they covered it. And you're like, "Oh shit, that's crazy."
Yeah, I remember being like, when I first got into like classic rock, I wasn't into it, and I was like, this is mid '80s. I'm like, that shit's from the '60s and '70s. What, for the love of God, that's 10. That could be 15 years ago. That song was a hit. What would I listen to that for?
It's just how it is.
Yeah,
Comes back. Dude, you know what's going to come back? This deli. I want to get in it.
you ready for it?
I am, because I want to taste this thing. I know I'm jumping a little early.
Do it.
You're a little premature, but we're used to it.
Normally, you can time your watch from.
No, that's from the O face to the head coming out.
Not the initial part.
I thought your O face started when you're like, "Hey, everybody, welcome to Inside the Pallet."
Oh,
We have the Victory Tasty Cake Coffee Cake Ale 6.0.
yes. Get your diabetes ready.
This fat kid smiling.
Like it's literally the Tasty Cake van and the Tasty Cake font.
Yeah, like I had to buy that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's fall is here.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate it. It's a 4.
A 4. Allow me to remind you though that hey, use that Inside the Pallet House
Bottle opener.
bottle opener.
Get ready to grab it.
Rock Dingo Woodcraft hooked us up with that. And that's the only way I open beers around here.
That's
The
right.
only way. Oh shit, it don't work. Just kidding.
Yes, it
works like
fucking
a charm
does.
every time.
I need the ASMR.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
We'll get it to pop.
Sorry, I'm not doing a good enough job on this side of the bar, sir.
Here we go.
so
I
much
don't even have my
nice.
cans on.
So much better.
Asthma.
6.0.
Yeah.
ABV.
Little strong. Okay, pours a little darker than I might have expected for a coffee cake. All right, what's the stink like on this? Ooh. Now here's the thing about Victory. I hate them.
I was gonna say, we don't like most of their beers, right?
I have a real hard time with Victory.
I know the story from being a listener, but I love Golden Monkey. Oh, I know you guys hate it, but that was delicious.
Why would you like Golden Monkey?
I had a party and I got a sixtel of it, and it was the never-ending sixtel. I think it poured 300 beers.
Because everybody hates it.
No, everyone drank it, and people were like, "What's the name of that?"
What the hell? Sorry, I just drank that beer.
That's an interesting reaction.
Because I don't know what to make of that.
Did you get a good nose in there?
Yeah. No, it's wild.
It's not as
It's more coffee and less coffee cake.
I never understood all that because in coffee cake like cinnamon flavored,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Why-
to
that's
pair,
very-
pair with your coffee.
but that's very confusing to me.
People put cinnamon on espresso or cappuccinos.
Yeah, but it's not like usually the descriptor of what you're eating is the flavor profile.
No, it's a cake to accompany your coffee.
Is that what lemon cake is?
Point taken.
I can't even like listen to you guys. I'm just like drinking this. This beer is weird. I'm having a very difficult time wrapping my head around if I'm in love or I'm running.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
It hits you with caramel right off
Yes.
the bat.
If I had to describe the flavor profile of if you told me this was Girl Scout cookies Samoa,
Right. It's the marketing.
I'd be like, Yeah, it's definitely Samoa.
So to your coffee cake point, you're saying it's to go with coffee, so it doesn't taste like it tastes like cinnamon. I don't taste the cinnamon so much as I taste the caramel.
Right.
So now we're not hitting on coffee. We're not. I am hitting on a little coffee.
My first sip was coffee heavy, and then
Now it's all caramel
the
sweet.
second through 9 have all been caramel with, I guess it's a coffee bitterness at the end. I may be wrong with that.
What kind of beer is it?
It just
Is it
says
ale?
ale. All it says is
It's probably a brown ale backbone.
Ooh, that would make
it was
sense.
darker than I thought.
Yeah, but
It says this very tasty collaboration between Victory Brewing Company and Tasty Cake
look how
puts
light
the
it is when you
delicious
put
flavors of Tasty Cake coffee cake into a sweet ale with notes of pound cake and cinnamon.
pound cake.
I'm picking up the cinnamon now.
It
That's
does.
why I wanted to get it. Very folly,
To me, it's got a dry back end, which I think is the cinnamon.
which is probably good with this beer because
Yeah.
if that taste hangs around, I'm going to hate it. But it doesn't.
I'm ready to score.
I feel like this is a beer that you could take a big swig of right before like the New Year's kiss and actually come out tasting okay.
What was it? 6.0? I mean, that's a high ABV.
But it's not overly like
No.
it's 6 is where I start to begin rating it as high.
You're right, Troy. That back end is cinnamon drying you out.
Yeah, and it helps a lot in this situation.
That's an interesting one.
Oh yeah, more like this is certainly its own beer. The fact that it still has a flavor of beer, though, I should give it a little credit for that.
I'm entering my score.
Wow. You normally are the nonconformist on that.
No, I've been either holding my hands up or something.
All right, I've got my score.
All right, you go first.
Okay. So this beer is awfully good. I don't know how like it straddles the line.
Both syllables are correct.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I like about it, when you first take that sip, it's a very light brown ale as far as the backbone. It's not overly anything. It's got a little crisp, like ale bite to it, which I like. I love the way the caramel pops, even if it is a little too sweet. It's more of a butterscotch.
Fair.
And then it comes into that cinnamon, and it's borderline too sweet. I can tell you if there was 1 more gram of sugar in this, it's a 2. But they hold back just enough, and it's unique enough that I'm actually going to springboard well the other direction, and I'm going to go 3.5.
Oh,
Because I could see this beer being fantastic around a fire pit. Like as we're entering into fall and those cool nights, this is like a really unique take on all those trashy pumpkin beers that come out this time of year.
That's what I thought you got.
This is a great way to say, fuck your pumpkin beer. Let's lean into the cake side of it instead of just acting like it's pumpkin spice when all you're making is pumpkin pie. This doesn't pretend not to be sweet. And I actually like that they went for it and didn't fuck it up. So yeah, 3.5 for me. This is tasty cake. Hey-o.
yeah. I'll go next. I'll show you my score.
There we go.
I like this, and I hadn't even thought about your angle, but I really like. I do like the angle of the anti pumpkin spice beer.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking for a better tasting fall beer, I like
Try
this.
that. Yeah, the caramel's nice.
Caramel's nice. The hint of coffee is nice. The cinnamon drying it out at the end is nice. The ABV is nice. I like a lot about this. And it's pretty tasty. I just don't there's something I can't put my finger on it that I'm not 100% sold in love with.
But my whole problem with this beer is it's so close to being a 4 and it's so close to being a 2.5, but it's closer to being that 4. So I'm gonna let it ride at 3.5. What'd you give it, Troy? You didn't say.
He said
3.5. I didn't say. You're right.
You did say 3.5.
No, he showed us.
I showed it.
Oh, missed that.
It's an audio medium.
So I agree with everything you say. I'm giving this a 3.0. I can't really describe it any differently than you guys did, but to me, it's a novelty beer.
It is.
The novelty is great, and if you got a 6-pack of these or whatever, and you pass them around a fire pit, everyone would be like, "This is great." But
Yeah, one time.
I just don't think anyone can drink 2 of them, and that's there. It's so sweet. It's so cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Easier for you to say.
Too much cinnamon on the back end that gives me some fatigue. So I was wavering between a 2.5 and a 3, but I'm gonna go 3 because of the novelty of it.
I do appreciate the I kind of like the novelty that it doesn't taste like something else. It's kind of standalone.
Yeah.
But to Dave's point, I don't know what I would think if I had 2 or 3 of them. Like, will I be like?
I would not have 2.
Would I be like, oh, what about that? Would it be like eating a bunch of?
No, that's it. This
Tasty
is
cake.
like banging your second cousin. Like once is enough.
Oh wait.
No. I think once. I mean, genuinely.
Oh, you're putting caveats on
What
it
about
now.
what about the next summer?
Yes.
Once a fall.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
do think, and banging your cousin, second cousin, assuming she's hot, it's probably like a 3.33.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
That's a novelty. I think you have to take it down a little bit.
Well, didn't this net out around like a?
A 3.33.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I think this kind of worked itself out. You know, like once is good.
Some of us like banging our cousins more than others.
Sure, and those people would have given this a 4, and that's too much.
Some
It's
people
just-
haven't tried it yet. Think about that.
and you don't until you do. You don't know.
Don't knock it till you try
I
it.
think it's a solid. Do it once. Go get this beer. Do it once. Bang your cousin once.
And
Don't-
9 months later,
This is a ringing endorsement for Victory.
This is actually the best Victory beer has ever
Probably,
scored
yeah.
on this podcast. And we're like, Victory Tasty Cake Coffee Cake Ale. Like fucking your cousin.
Yeah.
Try it once.
Once.
I wonder if Victory will sponsor us in the future.
I think they should.
Yeah.
Or their cousin brewery.
Not sister brewery. That's gross.
Oh, no, that's foul, dude.
Yeah, that's
Could you imagine? Oh, no. You don't
Why
do
would
that.
you? No.
You don't do that.
No.
And I said second cousin. I was being gentle
yeah.
because I don't know who's listening.
Don't
I-
offend.
But I think we all know it's hotter if it's your first. Right? Let's be honest. I've been conditioned by porn these days. It's horrible.
I thought you were going to say by your family.
Yeah, no. And in my family, we have a strict second cousin rule. Always have.
I've never understood all that first, second, third cousin shit anyway.
What do you mean? Like what constitutes a
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
second, or
yeah,
third
yeah.
cousin?
There's a chart.
I'm sure there is, but like
There you go, around the nipple. Right here, second cousin.
I feel like there's obviously variations of it, you know? Like it's confusing. Plus, I'm just not close with most of my family anyway. So like I have cousins I don't even like to talk to. Haven't talked to in years and prefer it that way.
You don't have to talk to him. You just
Just slide in.
you get it. Way easier than the conversation.
It's like people that have family reunions. That's something my family's never participated in, so it's always weird when I hear people do that. I'm like, oh, so you don't talk to these people for a year or 5 years, and then you just all get together and do a cookout? That's weird.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though. I like the idea of a family reunion.
You'd like to hang out with people you don't really know?
Well, it's important you get to know them. Some of them more important you get to know than others.
In a biblical sense.
Especially if they don't have children, and you might ease into that will.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of my reason. We're so white trash, like there's none of that. It's not like I have rich family down
You
the
might
road.
get an F-150 that you never expected.
Hardly any rust on this thing.
Yeah.
Real nice.
And to Troy, she bequeaths a timeshare that can never be relinquished.
It's 400 a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say you owe $400 this month. What? I'm losing money on this?
This is not good, but it's okay. It's in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But you can trade it for like Oklahoma.
It's in.
You can go to any of the ice fishing places.
You have your pick of any timeshare in Branson, Missouri.
That's actually good.
Yeah, there's money to be made on that.
Oh yeah,
one.
that's the like touristy place to go.
Where's Dollywood?
That's in
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's in Tennessee. Pigeon Forge.
I feel like Pigeon Forge greater than Branson, Missouri.
Pigeon Forge is Myrtle Beach.
Without
Picked
water.
up, dropped in the mountains.
Without water.
It looks just like Myrtle Beach. The same shit you see riding down the strip is in Pigeon Forge.
So rebel flag rafts,
Yep.
stupid shit like that.
Touristy, shitty, corny shit.
So, but what do they do? Like,
But Dollywood's nice.
yeah, but what do they do? Like, so what is the equivalent? You know how like you have like Wings or like all those beach stores.
Yeah.
You know, like what is the equivalent? Is there like
I'm sure there is. I didn't stop in any of them. We just drove through there.
so there's no redneck tourist store.
I'm sure there is. We didn't walk up and down.
It's called lynching.
It's called Boot Barn.
We didn't.
See, I just walked right past you, dude, because you are like
We didn't walk in. We didn't walk up and down the strip there. We just went to Dollywood. Then we went like 20 miles further to Gatlinburg, which is a neat little town. I would recommend going there.
How does Dollywood compare to like a King's Dominion or Busch Gardens?
It's nicer than Kings Dominion, not
Really?
as nice as Busch Gardens.
How about the quality of rides?
great rides?
Really?
Some great rides
dude, it's
there.
Dolly.
I get that, but I've never been there. I'm a huge Busch Gardens and King's Dominion.
Yeah, because they're right
fan.
down the road.
Right.
Where does Dolly Parton rank on the list of like people that are universally loved
She's got to be
in
up there.
America?
Oh, top 10.
Top 5.
Is she Mount Rushmore? Top 4?
Do you know any? Have you ever heard anyone say a negative thing about her?
Not
Never.
even like seriously.
No.
And she went against everything, right? She was like, no, I'm going to do bigger hair. And then she was like, I'm going to get these big tits. I'm going to do all these things. And then she came out immediately and goes, oh no, baby, this is all plastic surgery. She went against the grain of everything. She should have been.
Ostracized.
Yes.
In Dollywood,
And people were like, yay. Thank you for speaking the truth.
in Dollywood, there's a replica of the house she grew up in, which is in that area, and it's not as big as this, and it was like no plumbing,
Yeah.
no electrical, like it's literally like a wood shack.
Yeah, I've
It's not as big as the Pout House, and you could like walk through it.
that's because we live large.
Yeah,
She definitely got banged by a cousin.
probably.
I refuse to say that. She is not the Tasty Cake Victory
I'm
beer.
putting money on it.
Have you seen?
You're gonna put, but how are you gonna prove it?
We'll have her on.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, Dolly, we recognize that you are the most well-respected Americans of all time. How many cousins?
What was the proximity?
Is your, as far as your body count's concerned, mostly family? Just some family? I mean, come on, you're in Pigeon Forge, right? I mean, Slim Pickens and mostly the Partons are the people you want.
And that was before there was Dollywood there.
Yeah.
Imagine what Pigeon Forge was like in the 50s.
Good God, Appalachian Town.
That would have been good, though. That's back when it was moonshine and not opioids and meth, though. Like,
Yeah.
way better.
For sure.
Actually, still probably pretty rough.
It is pretty funny how hard they crack down on the moonshine.
Could you imagine if they made the Dukes
For
of
health
Hazzard
reasons.
today and they were like running
Pills?
opioids?
Yeah.
That's essentially what it would be.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Here come them
They have,
Duke
they have a
boys.
Dodge Charger still, but
Yeah.
it's like a 2017.
Yeah. With one fucking donut on it. It's fucking just selling opioids.
Some like awful paint job, but like, or like a bad rap on it, you know?
Yep. They'd be missing teeth.
Oh, Daisy
Yeah.
Duke's covered in sores. She's turning tricks outside of the 7-Eleven.
And like bad biker jam
got Hep C.
tattoos.
No.
Yeah. Or
Pepsi's a
AIDS.
Jenny disease. It's fucking gross.
Uncle Jesse would be the dude from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like it's just Jesse.
Yeah.
They go to do the hood slide and just like eat shit.
These brittle Beth bones.
They just slam into the side of it or they shoot off the end of it and just land in the heat.
They did make it look like moonshine would keep you strong.
Hell yeah.
You know, you're doing just fine. Mm-hmm. That would be fantastic if they were running opioids.
That show was so great because it's like, haha, I'm over the line in Hazard County. And the cops are like, you got me. And then like they just see him the next day and act like yesterday was
It's gone.
It's in the past.
Yeah. No, what is that? The statute of limitations in Hazard County
5 minutes.
is about 12 hours. If you just lay low,
Yep.
eat a big meal, go to
Yeah.
sleep, wake up, free man. Hazard County was the place to be.
You should have caught me yesterday.
Yeah, when I was doing illegal stuff.
That's right.
Now I'm clean. Look at me.
So, what involvement would Boss Hogg in today's Dukes of Hazzard have with the illicit drug trade?
You think Boss Hogg would be part of the problem?
I would think so.
What I'm trying to remember, he was the bad guy, but what was his deal with the Dukes of Hazzard? Like, why were Bo and Luke Duke on his shit list?
He had all these scams, and Bo and Luke would bust them on it.
But they were he also like ran the.
Well, he was the sheriff or
No,
He was the commissioner.
the commissioner.
but he owned businesses too.
Yeah, he owned the Boar's Nest.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he had the sheriff on the take.
Well, he was the commissioner. Yeah,
So he was the top.
Yeah,
he was the city council.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would definitely be involved.
It'd still be the same thing. He'd be the drug lord, and they'd be doing like slinging not Boss Hogg meth.
Boss Hogg
and
would
he'd
have
be
the
pissed.
fentanyl in his.
Yeah.
The Duke boys never cut their
Boss
right.
Hogg would be Big Pharma, and the Duke boys would be the guys making the fucking backpack shit.
I like it. I
the
like it.
the illegal shit, because that's what moonshine was, right? Like we're down with alcohol if it's the shit that we regulate and we tax, but you guys making it on your own,
Mm-hmm.
that's bad. Like it's the same stuff. No, but one's more healthy for you. We don't know what's in yours. Like I'm not selling bad alcohol because I want people to come back and keep buying it.
Hey, you didn't see the Duke boys doing a lot of quality control.
They didn't have to. Their shit was right.
I don't know.
Have you actually read up like how to distill moonshine? And it's like the first whatever few ounces can. The whole thing about don't drink that, it'll make you go blind.
The head. Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty
Well-
scary stuff.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that if done right. I think that
No, I think you pour off the first.
you do, but
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
because it's
It's so high.
it's so high, but it's not that it'll make you go blind or hurt you. But back in the day, they were making it when they were making it literally in the woods. They were using like old radiators and like all kinds of like
I thought
used
I thought
pipes.
it released a chemical that is, more poisonous than alcohol. It was like kill you poison.
I always understood that if you poured out the moonshine, you lit it, as long as the flame was like pure blue, shit was good to go. And if it had other colors,
Oh, I'll take your
that
word
was
for
how
that.
was how you knew it had like these other things in it that you didn't want.
Well, I
'cause
know
it
when
was
I watched
burning
them
those
make-
off. It wasn't
when I-
a pure flame.
When I watched them making it on moonshiners, they would pour out they called it the heads and the tails, the beginning and the end of the run, because it was either too strong or too weak. It was just
Well, that's
not
just
right.
like when you take a piss for a drug test, or even just like you go to the doctor.
Yeah,
You never give them that first squirt,
yeah,
and you never let them get the ass squirt. Mm-hmm. You want that
yeah. The ass squirt,
midstream.
that's going to be bad if you do
Yeah,
that.
you hand them a brown cup.
I didn't know if you said piss or poo, so I gave you a little of both.
I just fired away. This-
The three in there is just for good measure.
Going back to the moonshine, if it's distilled improperly, it can contain high levels of methanol, which will lead to the blindness.
yeah, and what color does it burn? Did you get any of that action?
About that.
Well, that was. See, I'm trying to help people here. I'm trying to solve first world problems. Actually, this is more of a third world problem these days.
But they have those like floats that tell you the alcohol content and all that stuff.
I don't think it's the alcohol. I think methanol is like drinking gasoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad alcohol.
Yeah.
There's multiple kinds of alcohol. Unless you're a Dukakis, and then you can drink it. Long story. Look it up.
I would assume you'd have to drink a lot of that to make you go blind.
Poison? I don't know. Gasoline?
I don't know, dude. I was watching the Christmas Story documentary, and that poor kid went blind from soap.
What are you talking about?
I have no
soap
idea.
poisoning. Nothing?
Nothing.
No. I don't know what
I haven't seen that movie a million times.
Christmas Story.
Yeah.
He shows up blind.
I don't remember that.
Ralphie shows up blind. They're like, what happened to you? What brought you to this
Oh,
lowly
yeah.
stage? And he's like, I can't. And then he admits it was soap poisoning, made him go blind. It was because his parents washed his mouth out with soap for saying fuck.
I just watched that a few years ago. Don't remember that.
What the hell is going on? He shows up blind. So in one of his fantasies, while he's choking on Palmolive.
I think I just laughed that the Chinese
Oh, there's Lifebuoy.
The Chinese restaurant was called Bo Ling's,
You ever eat
and
soap?
it was a bowling alley with the W burnt out.
I never noticed that. There we go.
Yeah.
How did you miss the? No, you haven't looked up the fire to moonshine test.
You ever
I'm dying to
did
know.
your parents ever wash their mouth out with soap?
Yes.
I feel like I've had one experience with that.
I had
Just one.
I had two. One was my own doing.
You tried it.
No,
You just wanted to get a rush.
I had a dickhead stepdad when I was a teenager, and I said something. I really don't remember what I said, but he was going off on me, and I said something back to him, and he didn't like it, and he threatened to wash my mouth out with soap. So I went into the bathroom, I grabbed a bar of soap, and I came back in his face and just took a big bite out of it.
Dude, I kind of respect that.
It was pretty badass move, and it shut him the fuck up. But let me tell you what you don't want to do. The first time I was 5 or 6,
Fart soap bubbles.
and it was liquid soap my mom hit me with, which was bad. But when you take a bite out of a bar of soap,
gets in your teeth.
yes,
Yeah.
it would not come out.
It's like the Malort of cleanliness.
Yes, it would. Like I would brush, and it'd just be soapy, and it would not come out. It was bad.
He probably was like, respect. This kid just paid. He's going to pay a price.
Yeah, he's probably like that idiot.
So I did look up the moonshine burn test, and the results are all over the place.
Yeah,
Some places are, it's high quality if it's blue and tainted if it's yellow. And then other places are saying methanol burns the prettiest blue you've ever
yeah.
seen.
Oh, damn it.
So
and why are you gonna waste it by burning it?
I just always heard that that's when you got the, you know, how like
Yeah,
every drug movie you see, the dude pops a little key in there and like he takes it and like, all right, yeah, this is
They
legit.
taste it.
They taste it, or
Yeah.
they'll do the test.
yeah. Or
That
they'll
was
mix
it.
it with something.
That was it with moonshine. You picked a random jug, you poured some out, you lit it, you looked at the color and go, yeah, we'll do this deal. Or fuck you.
Well, I guess maybe not everything in movies is true.
I think everything in movies is true.
Yeah, you're right.
Forrest
That
Gump's
was
true.
That was stupid of me to even say.
Yeah.
So going back to the fast forwarding to the soap in the mouth, I in like second grade I watched MTV and saw a video where you could see some side boobie in a shower,
Oh, say no more.
Yes.
and I was
Pause.
and I was telling my second grade buddy about how awesome it was, and I probably used the word boobies, and that dude told on me for using the boobies word, and I got sent to the principal's office. My mom had to come pick me up, and she fucking washed my mouth out with soap, and I'm
For
like,
boobies?
yeah, I was like, this is a bullshit.
All right, I got a question. So
That's
we all
almost like anatomical.
Right.
so we all understand that boobs are great.
Yes.
Everybody's good with this. I'm not making a crazy statement.
No. So science.
Do we need to put that out for a vote or something?
I'm just making sure we're all on the same page.
Is that a name of the episode?
We all agree boobs are great, right? No. So I'm trying to figure out what is the sexier inadvertent boob shot. So there are
The
two.
nip slip.
No. Not without a nip make an appearance.
Oh.
So there's
Under boob
side
or
boob,
side boob?
and there's under boob, right? And that's clearly the two. Otherwise, you just get boob.
I'm
and
gonna
that's,
go, I'm gonna go with side boob.
you're a side boob guy?
Yep.
I think that over time,
There's
I
too
have-
much under boob now.
but I'm still, all right. So you remember like Weird Science and like
Kelly
Kelly
LeBrock.
LeBrock had that like cut off shirt and you saw some under boob?
Yep.
I think that changed me. I think I became an under boob guy very quickly.
But I think under boob became they started intentionally doing that, and they just put like the strap across the nips and let everything underneath be there. Like it
Of course, it was intentional.
I know, but I'm saying they showed so much of it that I was like, oh, okay, that's what that is. But the side boob is quality because hardly anyone is doing that intentionally.
Troy, side or under boob?
Them going under.
Nice.
Going under.
I mean,
Geez, look, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
I just think that I think it's actually the opposite. I think you see way more side boob and exciting. I am splitting hairs here quite intentionally. I love a good side boob, but I feel like when I see under boob, that really kind of sets me off. In fact, I've noticed there's these bathing suits lately that have a strap under the boob, then they have a strap across, and it just reveals a little under boob, so it gives you under cleavage. It's the wildest damn thing I've ever seen.
nah.
It does nothing for you.
No.
You are all side boob.
I'm all areola slip. I mean, if I'm gonna,
I understand that, but
dollars to donuts.
we're gonna keep the areola where it is.
That's
hidden.
obviously number one with a bullet.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
reason why in puritanical
All right, what's better?
states,
What's
they
better?
go pasties.
Yeah.
We're not showing tits here.
Right. What's better, areola slip or nipple poke through the shirt?
No, I mean I'm an areola all
Yeah.
the time.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
I think that's right.
Plus,
Yeah, there's no doubt.
back to your original argument, nips of the shirt is commonplace.
But mad exciting.
Yeah.
Mad exciting.
Still a fan.
Yeah, I can't
There's a
argue.
reason Friends was number one for 7 years in a
Yeah.
row.
It wasn't because it was funny.
I
Right.
saw this like old ass lady. This is a couple years back, but I'm at a gas station
Oh boy.
and she comes crawling out of a minivan of like literally 3 generations of this fucking family.
I'm envisioning which angle you're going with here.
Good luck. And she comes rolling out and she's wearing a cut off shirt. This is the grandma. She is old.
How old?
80 something.
80. That's
Yeah.
really
With a
old.
cutoff?
And she's wearing
Are you?
Was her under boob near her belly button?
these boobs were gross by
Oof.
But you want to see them.
all boobs.
Not all boobs.
You don't. You haven't heard the Ron White joke. If you see one boob, well, then you want to see all of them.
Yeah. that's-
I disagree.
oh, see, I
There's
have,
some bad boobs out there.
That's why side boob doesn't do it for me. A
Yeah.
lot of gross people are wearing tank tops, and it's not attractive.
All right. Well, I think that's a fair point. I think you have to do same person. Which one?
I'll take under boob still. But
Yeah.
but hold on. So this old grandma gets out of the car. She comes humping out of the very, very back of this minivan. Kids scatter, her kids scatter. Like there's
The grandkids scatter.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I say her kids, these kids are 50.
Yeah.
And they're like doing their thing. And the old lady gets out and she's got like the cutoff, but it's more like the deep
The big arm holes.
deep armhole. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she comes
Like a
out
gym
with her-
shirt.
She comes out with her belly button titties. And she fucking gets out and I'm just pumping gas and she leans over to get something and the shirt pulls out and I see the worst titties and I'm like this is the greatest moment of my life.
I can't even
like-
laugh at that. I'm disgusted.
I was so happy. And my wife comes back out of the gas station
And now you're aroused.
and I'm like, baby, this place rocks. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I just saw the oldest lady's grossest boobs. And I got to see the whole thing because when she leaned over, the shirt moved. And there it was in all its glory.
Was she disappointed in you?
I'm disappointed.
She completely understood because I have never hidden who I am.
Yeah.
This is what I am. I am a man who was raised on National Geographic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fair point.
like I couldn't catch a beat as a kid unless there was like either 50 coils around the neck
Yeah.
to stretch that neck a good 14 inches or a giant lip disc. And if a titty went straight out, that was disgusting. It had to go down and then out somewhere near
flat.
the belly. I had to know that this wet nurse could have fed a village for 20 years.
This is so wrong.
But that was like heaven for me. It was like perfect. I'm like, look at that lip disc. Look at them titties down by her feet. Time to head to the bathroom. Spend some
And
quality time.
That's what attracts you to your wife?
Well, no, I keep trying to get her to get a lip disc.
She looks nothing like any of those cultures.
Well, I
The
grew
complete
up.
and total opposite of that.
Well, I grew up. All of a
Okay.
sudden, Victoria's Secret started sending stuff in the
Yeah.
mail. And I was like, I mean, there's no lip disc, but I am interested.
Yeah.
And then I started, that's when I think I decided, you know what? I like them all. They don't just have to be saggy.
How do you feel when you're walking through the mall and you see someone carrying a Victoria's Secret bag?
I mean, I'm not upset. I don't know what I'm supposed to think. I'm like,
Doesn't matter who's holding it.
really? Because I know that she's trying to look good for somebody.
Isn't Victoria's Secret's on the outs though? Like their founder was like an Epstein Island guy, and
They seem
You're going to tell me Victoria's Secret had some craziness?
they still seem to be doing all right.
do they?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Late night edition to the podcast.
I don't know if he's jumping on, but he was going to come by and hang. Yeah, I think they're doing all right. I'm always slightly disappointed when it's like someone I wouldn't find typically attractive, and I'm just like, damn it, they're fucking going after it though. Like, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
Getting the big,
Yeah.
I tell you what gets me a lot more excited if I saw like a Fredericks of Hollywood bag or like a Adam and Eve bag. Like now
Yeah.
I know we're going into a different level.
It's a different level.
Victoria's Secret can also just be nice. You know what I mean? Like a lot of women just get bras there because
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
get
yeah.
fitted well. They get look. It doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something freaky.
Yeah.
So in the last 2 years, the Dow Jones has gone up like fucking 40% or whatever. Victoria's Secret is at half.
Half its value.
Yeah, in 20
Buy.
in 2021 it was $53, and today it's $23.
That might be the worst war I've ever seen. Well, that doesn't, I mean, it's taking a downturn. Does that necessarily mean it's like going under? Or is
don't
it
know.
just going down?
They were all
Get
part
it?
of the limited and all
Yeah,
that.
maybe
stuff.
they were overvalued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think I'm going to buy.
Probably a good time to get in.
Go get some Victoria's Secret.
Be careful.
My GameStop roared back.
The Cardinals did really well yesterday.
Let's get that roaring kitty going on that Victoria's Secret. That'd be good. Be fired up. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so
I don't go there. So I don't know.
Adam just showed up. We don't need a tiebreaker, but just ask you a quick question over here. Side boob, under boob, better? Which one? Side boob. See, that's what I was afraid
Yeah.
of. I think this is truly a divisive topic.
It is.
Well, I just think it just goes to show you that boobs are awesome, and no one's gonna really. Yeah, there's
No one hates on boob, but I just think that under boob is more unique.
I think
to me.
by hand, under boob is best. And by visual, side boob is best.
What about my mouth?
When you're seeing under, it's usually like kind of squished.
Should we get Adam a microphone because he's
Yeah.
talking and it doesn't pick up. He's obviously amped up to jump into the conversation over here. He's over here just talking about something about he like old boobs, which I think is a hot take. It's a hot take. You think?
Yeah.
You can go for that?
Yep.
All right, and then Dave just rolls away.
Yeah.
He's like,
There we
I'm
go.
out. We're
Adam
talking about
Johnson.
naked people. We're out.
Adam, you got a mic there? You're good?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
We hear you. It's just weird you're a side boob guy.
Like I said, I came into a weird conversation. I'm not sure exactly what was said, but when I thought about it, I was like, side boob.
Like when you
No,
see
it's a-
under
it's a
boob,
gut
it's usually
reaction.
it usually means that like it's some kind of bathing suit or bra that's like pushing it in, so it's like squeezing out the under boob. It doesn't look as good.
You see, I think you're looking at it as a wardrobe problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an intentional shirt
Wearing the
that's
cutoff
cut
shirt.
just to allow a little
The shots
side
from
under.
underneath.
Oh,
Yes. Kind of shit that makes you want to drop your phone and go pick it up.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah, still side boob.
Yeah, that's fine. I think
Again,
that's
there's no wrong.
I think that's fair. In fact,
Unless you don't like boobs, then there's wrong.
Yeah.
but who doesn't? There are people who are like, I'm a butt guy.
I'm a butt guy.
That's fine. But you
I
appreciate
still like
boob.
boobs.
Yeah, I'm a boob guy.
Both.
I appreciate a butt.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at a butt. Just rather see a boob.
So what kind of butt?
What kind of butt?
You like big butt?
I like big butts.
Yes.
I cannot lie.
I like a little tiny bony ass.
That checks out.
There's a lot of them at the gym.
Yeah, I'm looking for a flat bony ass.
Grandma butt?
You're treading on thin ice.
My least favorite thing is if you hit it from behind and there's any jiggle. I literally want there to be zero movement.
That's why you like the WWE.
Yeah. What percentage of women have that?
I can think of one.
Yeah, I know one. I don't want there to be any movement. Any movement. We're like fucking cement. I want it. You know what I mean? If I can't feel bone, I'm out.
Sheetrock turns you on.
Yeah.
Sheetrock gets me going. I just walk through Home Depot, just rubbing my hands along the sheetrock. Like, look at that. Looks like asses down this whole aisle.
There's some side sheetrock.
Yeah. See that little white coming through? Like, woo, what?
I walked into some weird stuff.
That's the good shit, dude. I'm a fan.
I hope this does not get around.
Nah, me too.
When they vote for
Dave, fat ass or flat ass guy?
well, I like some juicy butt, but not at the implant level.
No.
Gotcha.
I do not understand
Yeah,
that.
that doesn't make sense at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I like that Swedish butt removal. None of that Brazilian butt lift shit for me. That's what I like. I like to go there and suck it all out.
What about the people out there that are getting like calf implants too and stuff like that? It's like, this doesn't make sense to me.
I
Like, why go
love
through that?
body
That's weird.
dysmorphia.
That's
Like it is, it's got to be my favorite of all of like the fucking like
Yeah.
mental disorders. Because I saw this guy the other day that had put silicone implants
Oh, yeah.
in every muscle, and he was jacked. But when he would lift them up, they would jiggle like Jello.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
and then you were out, right? Because it jiggled.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not in. No, I laughed at him.
That was not at his local
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
Those guys are hot.
Yeah, it's just no.
Brent's
Some of
not
the
into
shit
those
you see when you see the people who like.
Well, it's funny too. They do it like they put in their shoulders and then their buys and their traps and they're yoked, and then it's like nothing from the waist down. It's like,
Yeah, that's why you
What?
got to get the calf implants. Too.
yeah,
I agree. You got to be proportionate.
That's right.
Weird. You know, like way over the top everywhere. Can't just have a Brazilian butt lift and everything else be flat, or calves and nothing else. Just everything balloon.
I'd like to know the guys who get it's a lot of guys that do the calf implants. I'm
Yeah.
like, do you think girls are going? Look at those calves.
There's a reason that everyone jokes about skipping leg day, because it's
Yeah.
not what they look at.
Yes,
Like that one's you've
It's
lost
not-
your mind.
It's not top priority.
No.
You're mentally so fucked that you're like, I need calves.
Yeah.
It's
You ever ask your women what their favorite feature on you is? Physical?
No.
Because it
Bad
is.
idea.
It's weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wallet.
She'll like 20 years ago, it was this, but now that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? She said that to you?
I'm imagining. I don't ask that question. That's dumb.
All right. I was like, wow, that would be harsh.
So, Quinn, there are two. So I've spent a lot of time. This question gets asked on Reddit about every six to 8 weeks. Some guy will be like, "What is it that you women like?" Like, I'm having the hardest time. The
Wallet.
the common refrain. There's two things, and I'll tell you number 2 first. Number 2 is like if you can get that V
Yeah.
right down there, your abs, like where it goes to
Yeah,
the hip.
that
You
makes
get that
sense.
V. They like the V, but that is not the number 1.
Strike one.
That's not the one. Number 1 is forearms.
Yeah.
Women
doesn't surprise
love
me.
when a guy rolls a long sleeve shirt up and his forearms look defined and have a little vein in there. Like
I asked someone once what their favorite, my favorite.
Jack off with both arms now.
that'll show you.
Yeah.
Right.
I asked the girl that what was her favorite feature, and she said my forearms one time. That was one, and I was like, "Who says that?"
Every time this question gets asked, it starts getting upvoted, and the amount of women commenting goes through the roof. They're like, if a guy walks in and he's got his sleeves rolled up, got those
But you gotta
forearms
have
out.
nice forearms, right?
I think it's that look in general, though. Women
Or
like.
just a long sleeve shirt rolled up.
Long
so
sleeve
it's not
shirt
the
rolled up.
It has nothing to do with the forearms.
It's the equivalent of the side boob and under boob. Like we're showing something that shouldn't be seen. And when you wear the long sleeve shirt that's rolled up, like I just gave up and I'm just letting you see a little more than you should.
So you're
Giving you a
telling-
little taste.
You're telling
They
me
love that
it's
shit.
not the jacked up truck.
Oh, it's definitely the jacked up truck. I said of the man.
We're talking physical features. Try to
Everybody
keep up.
knows the jacked up truck works every time. And it's got to be so big that she can't get in.
Yeah.
Right. You're like, come on, cousin, I'll hoist you up.
Second cousin.
So no one's ever been told. No one's ever asked this of a significant other or anything.
Yeah, for sure.
You have.
Yeah.
And what have you been told?
Calves.
When you're
Calves?
gone.
So calves are a thing. That's crazy.
Adam literally only has calves.
Yeah. He's one big calf.
It wasn't Dick.
Ass and calves. That's what
This sounds like something Brendan would ask.
Yeah.
for sure.
I think my wife doesn't even like give me a physical answer.
Yeah.
My
be
wife
like-
says personality. I think that's a problem.
Yeah, I'll be like physically, what do you like about me? She's
Yeah.
like, your personality. And I'm like, fuck me. Yeah, it's not.
That's what you always say to the ugly people.
Yeah.
They have a great personality.
Or go for eyes. Like you have great eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the one that stays half shut the whole
that's
time. I know it ain't eyes. They're gonna be like, I like your eye.
The one that I can see is
Yeah,
really
That's
nice.
the one they like with me is my eye. I notice I look way better in sunglasses.
Eyes are fucking like one of those traits. Like if you can get those like crazy gray blue eyes, like you're automatically just like.
Oh, give me a green
Wait.
eye. Give me a
Wait.
green
Yeah, I was gonna say the gray was good, but the green is the one that
I
really
think
is
chicks
great.
like the light blue gray eyes.
Yeah,
way
for
more.
for girls. Yeah. I'm talking
like-
about
You
guys.
give me a light blue gray eye or a green eye on somebody of color though.
That's what
where
I'm
like
saying.
where like it stands out even
Yes.
more. And it's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
that motherfucker
dark skin
yeah,
or like
that dude or that girl can take your person anytime.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's
Like-
over.
I worked
Anytime.
with a guy, a person of color that had green eyes like that.
It's fucking
And
over.
It was crazy. Like everybody always said.
Was this in retail?
Uh-huh.
Was he the best salesperson?
He did a good job.
I believe he did. I believe he did. Because
He did
even my
well.
ass, I walk in there straight as hell and be like, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, angry women weren't angry after dealing with him.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
I was hoping like my kids would come out, my boys would come out with my wife's skin tone with like crazy light eyes, which we don't have, but it
A man
work
can
out.
dream.
Right.
Yeah.
A man can dream.
I was like that boy would be just on another level just from the jump.
Yeah. I don't care what color you are. Just be dark and
Yep.
have those eyes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is over, Johnny.
It's a
Yeah.
good combo.
The darker
Guy
you
or
get,
girl?
the better. No, I'm saying no.
Yeah.
You're
Across
already
the board.
winning.
Yeah.
No, I meet a dude straight as hell, and I'll be like, "Sir, you are handsome."
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Why did I say that?"
Let me see your brown eye.
Nope. Nope. What the fuck was that?
What?
Oh no! Someone peed in my pants!
I'm pretty sure that thought went through your mind.
No,
That's you.
Literally did
That's
it.
you.
Yeah, that did not.
We're
go
over
through
here
at all.
talking about all these things, and that's what's going through your head.
mind.
Yeah, he's over here having a 3.
Yeah.
A 3?
Yeah, a number 1 would be a P.
Oh,
A number 2 would be a poo.
and then both together. Yep.
No,
No.
no.
Wait, what's a
It's like you've never blumpkined Adam.
wait?
It's like you've
I don't
never
know that I
listened to the
remember what
A
that
podcast.
3
was
is
again.
catching a beat.
Catching a beat.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Masturbating.
Oh,
What's wrong with this guy?
He's never heard catching a beat.
No, I have not heard that.
You never whack your bag.
I never said I didn't. I just didn't know the term.
Mama said that's not proper.
You know, you'll let that baby batter out. You know, a 3. Just a 3.
Get the poison out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
The
Sometimes.
jellyfish stung my dick.
Yeah. They just pee on your dick. Great. That didn't go the way I wanted. It's like the worst form of docking. What? It's neither here nor there. I don't. None of these topics. I have no way to segue.
You can segue right.
The green eyes
into-
on a girl, though, is good, but you want the light skin green eyes.
No, I think the green eyes go anywhere. I just think the darker the skin, the hotter it looks.
I don't know if
it
I've
gets
ever
more
seen
exotic.
green eyes on dark skin, though.
I have. Yeah,
Oh.
you do. It looks really good.
I'm sure it does.
But the thing is, like, sometimes though, when it's somebody really pale and they have those green eyes, it looks terrible though. It looks really awkward.
Pale people look terrible all the time.
Yeah. That's,
You are the palest son of a
Yeah, you
bitch
are
I've
really
ever
pale.
seen.
and you are hideous
Agree.
to look at.
Has this been a
You're
whole
not
night of
insulting
dumping
me.
on Dave? Like, what did I walk into?
All
No,
makes
he brings
sense.
it upon himself.
Oh, I know he's the ringleader of
Yeah.
it. It just seems like everybody's willing to jump in.
It's just funny when the albino goes, you know what I don't like? Pale
My own
folk."
kind.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it's gross.
That's not true.
Well, what's the difference between
Yeah,
don't
well, yeah.
like and gross?
Yeah.
You can like gross things.
I like Malort.
I will.
Right.
I will say that
I'm the malort of males.
I think pale males.
Old Eminem.
Smell like feet.
Ew.
I think
What are you doing? Like even through an audio medium, the picture you're painting is.
All right.
I think
like the
pale
lower
males
expectation.
don't look as good as pale women.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because
Agree
like
with
women, like they're hairless and have nice skin. Like guys just look kind of
Yeah.
not as attractive.
Yeah, powder was not super attractive. But like you get a
The Dave story,
but you get like a
but he's got those cool superpowers.
That's right.
pale woman. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh, she hasn't even like been out in the sun. She's probably takes care of every aspect of it.
Yeah,
And then you remember that red hair says otherwise.
That's right.
She's crazy. She's done some shit.
yeah.
Like some serious shit. Bo and Luke Duke are like, keep the opioids away.
Yeah, yeah,
Another Adam's like, what are we talking
This
about?
has been great. Walking into whatever's going on here is awesome.
yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot
We've been
going
all we've been a little all over the place.
Was it a deli winner tonight?
No,
No. No.
just
on.
missed.
I don't know. We could give him one.
Yeah, we could.
We're to
333.
Don't.
Yeah, you've ruined it. This is your dumb rule, and you ruined it.
I was finishing Brennan's sentence. Like
Yeah, that's why I
true
stopped
soulmate.
because I knew he would
'cause-
bitch at me.
Yeah, because I saw Brendan look at me like I was about to be like, "Oh yeah, don't say the score," so Adam can touch. So.
See?
we had
Everybody's on
we
the
locked
same
eye- We
page.
locked eyes.
Yeah, we had it.
Except the albino.
Yeah.
Dump on Dave.
Well, God
Please.
If that was Stu, Dave would have kicked the shit out of him.
Took, God took
Rightfully
away his,
so.
God took away his pigment, but he didn't give him better hearing or reasoning. You must have something else going for you. It's not one of those.
Oh, no.
Yeah, give me one of them. I want to try it.
Nice.
I sent you a topic that is on point with side boob and under boob.
Do you have
Yeah.
any topics that aren't about women?
Why would you have that?
Gross.
All right, let's
Yeah.
talk about the dudes that Adam wants to fuck.
Hold on, we don't have enough show left.
That's right.
I think we probably do. Stick it up for you. He didn't even pick up on it. He's like, oh, great. Now I got to talk about this. I'm like, no, motherfucker.
We can talk about all my dude friends. It's
I
great.
was trying to help you out here. No, I do know where you were going. I could have segued from the cicada conversation. I could have segued from the side boob, but I didn't because I'm a real pro.
Do you want to tease it for next episode?
No,
Okay.
no reason not to jump into this. There's a guy, and he's kind of like the prankster of a particular beach in Chicago. And they call it Loyola Beach.
They have like 26 beaches in Chicago.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
There's a lot of lakes there. No salt water, too. It's
Yeah.
very nice. But you feel like you're on the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
You go to Lake Michigan and you look out across it, you're like, this is the ocean. It's beautiful.
It's not.
It is. Agree to disagree. But
Lake Michigan Ocean.
But this dude put a sign up, and it just says, like, nude beach starts here. Like, you can't go any further than this. And this guy
Or
took
you
the time.
can.
And it had the like Chicago Parks and Rec seal.
Yeah, he got
Nice.
the actual. This guy did it right. Like, this was a legitimate.
He put some thought
looking
into it.
sign, and he put it up, and he's like, nude beach from this point forward.
Hey, respect the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the hopes that maybe we could get beyond side and under,
All boob.
and get to areola,
Yeah.
which is always
The finish
goal.
line
Yeah.
of the boob.
Boom, if you will.
Well, the finish line would be the nipple.
That's areola.
That was
No, the areola is
Oh, it's
like
around the
it's the
nipple.
warning
Okay.
track.
It's the warning.
Have you guys ever been to a nude or topless beach?
No. Have you?
Yes. Like
I've never heard a good.
Attractive people
Story.
don't
No,
run
well,
to them.
So I was in Antigua at the time, and yeah, there's like one decent looking person out of like the 100 people that
Yeah.
are down there. And if the person you're with, because it's all topless, like, you know,
Yeah.
all pants are on, so it's really for dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like if you're with a girl that's like keep it on, like they don't need to be seeing that. Look at what I get to look at.
Yeah.
I think I told that on the podcast. We went on a cruise for part of our honeymoon, and they had a topless deck that was elevated and no kids
Yeah.
allowed. And I was like, let's do that. And we went up there. I looked around. I was like, bullshit. I'm not getting
Yeah.
it.
This isn't a fair trade.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
like, put your
Exactly.
shirt back on. We're going back down to the pool.
For sure.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else
terrible.
gets to see my wife's nice boobs,
Right,
and I'm
right.
looking at great grandmothers
Yeah, this was
and
not a
morbidly
fair
obese
trade.
people.
Not what you want to see.
No.
How often would you fluff yourself?
What?
That's it.
Oh, at a nude beach?
I would
not-
never. I would never go to a new beach.
Yeah, me neither.
I would, but I would have to have like steady fluffing.
That's
don't-
how you get arrested.
I don't think there's any.
You're not allowed to fluff.
Pretty sure you don't get to say, "Officer, I was just fluffing."
I don't think there are any attractive nude.
Fluff is like
I don't think so
3
either,
pumps.
Dave. I agree.
Yeah, tugging on your dick in a new beach, I think will get you arrested.
I could look
Probably.
like I have to pee. And just
I
like
think
keep
peeing on a new beach would get you arrested.
Well, how would you want to though? Like,
pee on a new beach.
no, no. Like walk around with a boner on a nude beach.
No, I don't want a boner. I want
No,
to.
just the fluff.
I just want to fluff. I don't want it to go
He wants
up.
a semi.
Just the.
No, I
just-
don't even want a semi. I
just
just
a
want to
pump
make
of
sure
blood
that
in
there's
there.
some
You just
blood in
want
there. Yeah, just a
blood,
little
yeah.
more blood. Maybe just like bite a Viagra in half and just kind of hang out. Not enough to get you hard, but enough to keep you interested.
Clearly, Brennan is a grower and not a shower.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm actually both, but I want to come in there fucking strong. I want to go in there real
You want to
strong.
show those 79-year-olds who's the boss.
That's right.
Ooh, you show me who's the boss, it'll fluff itself. I'm a big Alyssa Milano guy. I'm a big Alyssa Milano guy.
I thought you were going Judith Light.
I thought you were thinking Tony Danza.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you get me Alyssa Milano and Tony Danza in a Devil's Threesome. Nah.
Tony's gonna be hurting.
Tony's like, again with Alyssa? Fuck. It's the whole 80s.
Oh shit. That dude. Oh, that's all right. I don't want to. But this guy created the sign, and I respect it because it turns out that he's actually been doing this for like years. He's been fucking with this little neighborhood.
Did people go out there naked?
No.
It didn't seem to really work. People
It
were
got
like,
reported immediately.
Yeah.
people were
yeah.
upset that their local beach had become a nudist.
Yeah.
But he's been doing a bunch. Like he put one out there where he put a posting.
Is it all beach related?
No. So well, he messes with the parks.
Yeah.
In the area, and he went in there and he was like he put
lot of
one
parks
out
in Chicago.
about a citizen's burial, and that they were going to be the citizens were going to be burying this person here. Like no casket, just burying a body, and that they had to stay out of this area for a little while.
Yeah.
And he posted this shit all over the neighborhood that on this particular day they were going to dig a hole and bury their loved one.
That's hilarious.
So like that was one that he got after. He did there was going to be a live birth in the courtyard. And they didn't know when it would be, but the due date was here. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out and try not to make a scene because they wanted it to be quiet and nice, like for the baby.
yeah.
But they wanted to do it outside al natural. So like he's been putting all kinds of like
I like this guy because it's like they're funny, harmless jokes. Like nobody's like you're not damaging anything. Like
yeah.
Yeah, but then you'll get. I'm sure there was crazy uproar from all the people out there that just freak out over any.
Yeah, I mean, if you work-
reason to get freaked out
If you
over.
if you work for the parks department, that sucks when your
Well, yeah,
phone
yeah,
when you
for-
walk
yeah,
in
getting
Monday
blown
morning
up.
and you've got 400 messages about the nude
Nude
beach.
beach. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he does something with agricultural notices. This was really where it started, just like little agricultural notices about something that was happening in the area or a creature you could,
Like
but it's
nuclear
all like
waste dump.
off the wall shit. Where you're
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, wait, what's going on here? But like,
But it
this
seemed
has been-
plausible. Like,
yeah, but this has been happening for years. This guy has been doing it. And just the late, he's like the Banksy of like Parks and Rec pranks. You know? But like,
I like this guy.
I kind of respect him. Like, it's
Yeah.
all harmless shit.
Yeah.
But he's taking the time. But he finally put out a video the other day where he's like wearing a ski mask and he shows him making the sign.
Nice.
And then he goes and he puts it out there. So he's getting to that point where he wants to get caught. Like every serial
He likes
killer
the
starts to
notoriety
like.
now.
Yeah, he's starting to inch closer. So he'll be busted soon.
Does he have a name? Has he been given some sort of funny?
Parksy.
I haven't. I like Parksy or Shorzy.
Yeah.
The short
Sure.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I think I can deal with that. But I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there trying to help us out because if one of these things hits, maybe people start giving birth in the park.
I am surprised no one tried the nudist speech thing. Because you got to think there would be one person out of, as many people that go to those beaches, probably like, finally, they've been
Yeah,
listening.
Exactly. I get to do this finally.
Yeah.
Well, what did I say? The brave person's not the first one. The brave person's the second one because the first person is like kind of the weirdo. But the person who shows up and follows, that's what starts to bring everybody. It's
Okay.
always hard
More
to
than
follow
one person.
It's always hard to follow one person. Like, you ever seen that video at that music festival where there was like one dude dancing on the top of this hill like a total fucking lunatic and he's just going nuts. And then this other person comes over and starts dancing next to him. Now,
I've
this
never
dude-
seen this video.
I will show you this video after
I thought that was you.
this episode. It's the story of my life.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't this you showed us on your phone? This video.
I can, yeah, this,
Why did he say this dude
Yeah, I
didn't do the
look
quote?
at this mad, handsome guy.
Yeah.
He's been fluffing.
No, it's this.
He's got a
Damn
mustache
right.
shaved into his chest.
It's this video of this music festival, and this dude's dancing like a dork. He's losing his mind. He's having a great
It's
time.
high as gas.
Yeah, he's high as gas.
Yeah.
But he's off in his own area.
Yeah.
And everybody's just watching him. And then someone else is like, fuck yeah. And they walk over there and they just start dancing with him. And the dude's like, hell yeah, cool. I got a friend. Starts dancing. And then like
That's like every wedding.
the second person comes, the third person comes. And then you start seeing people hop up from a ways away and like they start running towards him. Before you know it, this particular hill that was all alone, the whole place is over there doing the wobble dance.
Yeah.
Just losing their mind. And it's always the case of like the first person's the weirdo, but that second person is what creates the true thing. So the first nudist on that beach wouldn't have been the trailblazer. The person who says, yes, I'm a follow. Then everyone's like, it's a thing now. One person naked on a beach is a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two people. Okay, this is a
know.
thing.
Let's
this
get
is
this
a
party
thing.
started.
Yeah, this is
100
a thing.
people on a naked beach sounds like 100 weirdos to me.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. It is a little odd, but I do think. All right. So Adam's
Adam's
been drinking this beer, and with literally every sip, he looks like he wants to vomit.
No, it's not vomit. It's curiosity. Because like you look at the name, and I'm like, coffee cake ale. It's like, that sounds really delicious. I love coffee cake.
Who doesn't?
Right. This doesn't taste like coffee cake. It's got like a hint of coffee cake and a lot of coffee. The way it looks
We've
to
been
me.
through this too. Yeah, we've been
so-
through all these
Yeah.
maturations.
So yeah, I would say that this is a 2.5 for me.
So it actually went down.
Yeah, but I don't like coffee, so I'm sure that it's going to be a half point at least, just because I'm not a coffee drinker. There's something that gives a hint of like I kind of
Cinnamon.
like whatever that hint is.
It's either
like you-
cinnamon,
back.
butterscotch, or caramel.
Yeah, it's like something. There's like like coffee cake like hint of it
Adjacent?
somewhere, and if it was that, I think I would love it.
But the sweetness doesn't bother
no,
you.
No, not at all. It's the coffee part that bothers me.
That's strange. That was a different take. See, this is why everyone has to like it.
I did get that. I got coffee on that first sip.
You
Yeah.
said
But
coffee
Then it-
from jump.
But then it went away.
No,
Yeah.
I get it with every
And
single
it was
sip.
all caramel and cinnamon.
Every single sip. That's all I'm tasting is coffee, and is not a coffee drinker.
Why did he just leave when we could have ended this son of a bitch?
Right.
We're at an hour and 40 minutes, and he
talk
just
about
walked
him.
out.
Because you guys are waiting for me. That's why.
I know, but
go
he
go
could
back.
have just done his little outro, and now we got a pad while he's out there fluffing. I mean, taking a leak.
He's gonna walk in so much more handsome.
Yes, you will.
So much cocksure himself.
For sure.
Yeah, I would never go to a nudist beach. I don't have
No,
a
yeah.
enough. I don't. My dick isn't that great to show off.
Well, and here's the thing. Like,
But it's
who-
better than all those 79-year-olds
Right.
that are gonna be out there.
How many people out there are naked after their shower, look in the mirror, and be like, I look good. I like the way I look. Like, that's probably a very small percentage of people,
Yeah.
right? And then you take it, and that person wants to be out in public naked.
So those
like, that
people,
doesn't make sense to me.
they're obviously like, there's body dysmorphia or something
Yeah.
going on. Like, or they just. I mean,
They're
I don't know.
exhibitionists.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's even people that are in really good shape that I
don't wanna-
and then they like, I don't like my body. I don't want anybody to see me naked.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
When you go
weird.
to the gym, you go in the locker room. It's
oh, where all
never
the old guys are swinging dicks with
it's
you.
never the yoked dude
yeah.
walking around naked.
Damn it!
It's
Right,
the
right, Brendan.
it's always the
Dave's
day.
trying to redirect it to
It's always the
Brendan.
day.
Dude, I noticed you like got out of the shower and put a towel around you pretty quick. You've been putting in the work. You probably should show it off a little. I'm just saying.
This is for you, not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't been working out my dick as much as I'd like, so it's not quite in the shape that I'd want it to be in.
Don't skip Dick
Unfortunate.
Day.
I try not to.
Cock push-ups.
Trust me, dude. I'm always trying to make sure I make dick day. But the equipment doesn't
D-Day
seem
means
to
something
agree
different
with
to
me.
The
Brendan.
equipment isn't available.
It's
Fuck,
never
it's broken
available.
again.
I'll be like,
It's out of service again.
Did you break your hand?
all right, it's dick day. Oh, machine's got a headache.
We're going to take your pill that day.
That's the story of my life. No, never. Dude, I'm 100% taking that pill. Fucking do not miss. But no, you gotta have the right equipment
Yeah.
to work out.
It helps.
A lot.
How many hands do you need?
3. You
Let's
figure it
get
out.
weird.
Yeah. And I'm talking about literally 3 one-armed people.
I was gonna say,
I'm not talking
three the
about
hard way. Not 4 hands total.
yeah, it's always 3 the hard way. You want to see me fucking scream. I need 3 one-armed people.
Yeah.
I don't care what sex.
They don't even have to touch me.
And on a bad day, maybe a 2-armed person with a 1-armed person, but never. I know that's
It's
a
just-
bad day.
That's definitely a weekday.
Yeah.
On the weekend, I am not settling.
But never 2-armed people, one tie behind their back. That's not going to cut it.
In a pinch. In a pinch. You get me at like 8 a.m. on a Sunday, I'll take a tied behind the back.
Now it makes sense. A couple weeks ago, Brendan was talking about how he's watching the Paralympics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All makes sense.
Just
now.
slow jerking. That's how I roll.
You can't play volleyball.
Let me use your strong hand.
Yeah. How's that a bronze? The best. Dude, my strong hand. That shit. What movie is that? Mr. Deeds?
I feel like it's
Or it's one of those like Halloween joke movies. Like, let me use my strong. It's Chris Elliott.
Chris
Right?
Elliott. That's what I was
It's Chris
thinking
Elliott.
of.
Like,
I don't know
Let
that
me
one.
use my strong hand. Oh, dude, you got to watch this.
Is it
ad
Cabin
feed.
Boy?
No,
No.
because Cabin Boy is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, is it something about Mary?
no, just what?
He's on it. Dave's on it.
Dave is on it.
Scary movie.
Scary
too.
movie too.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Let me use my strong hand. Like, I'll
He's
mix
got-
that punch.
He's got all like a deformed hand or something.
Yeah, it's got a little T-Rex arm, a little like little nub. You're just mixing the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yes, Chris Elliott is sexy as shit.
He's pretty funny.
He's hilarious. But Cabin Boy, I can't believe you brought up Cabin Boy. That is
Yeah.
one of the greatest movies that nobody.
I
Underrated.
was so excited to watch that, and I didn't like it when I was 19 or whatever when it came out.
Did you ever watch UHF?
No,
With Weird Al.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
never
great.
saw that.
yeah.
but he was in like Get a Life, and he was like David Letterman's guy. So I was all excited to watch it, and I was like, "This is." I did like you were talking about Fancy Lads.
But that was Letterman.
Yeah, well, okay.
So there you go. No, because you came in from the Letterman side.
Mm.
Letterman was selling the sock puppets, easy for me to say. And then he was sending him off to the wrong ship. He was like, "You enjoy, you fancy lad."
Yeah.
I never got Borat
Yeah,
So I
didn't
think
it
those
was as
all
funny.
go kind of hand in hand.
or any of his other. My favorite character he ever did was the French guy in
Talladega
Nights.
Yeah.
Well, when he did the whatever character he did, and he got these.
Ali G.
No, it was like he was the model.
Bruno?
Or yeah, I think he was.
That's Bruno.
And he was getting the like collegiate wrestlers to do all this gay shit, and they all did it. I was like, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. He was like, and now you touch his nipple. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to touch his nipple. And they're like Minnesota University
Yeah, the Golden Gophers.
wrestlers.
Obviously, it's a goal.
I don't think that's a hard stretch to get some collegiate wrestlers to do some homoerotic stuff. That's kind of what the sport is.
Yeah, you had me at singlet.
Yeah. Put that singlet on, roll around that hot gym with that dude.
I made a joke the other day about wearing a singlet to something. People love shopping for singlets for another person.
Oh, wow.
I learned that all night long at this party. People come over and be like, "Look at this one. This one's perfect." I was like, it was a fucking side comment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually
It was
want a
a
singlet.
throwaway comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all night long, people are like, "Look at this one. It's got hair on it. It's hilarious. You look naked." I'm like,
Yeah.
even worse. What is this? I finally settled on all shimmering gold.
I like how you.
Are you still wearing it?
I
getting it?
never wanted it.
It was a joke.
It was hard to get away from though. Like I made the
The
comment.
joke was actually cock ring. He's changing it for the
Yeah.
podcast.
I'd wear a cock ring. Like a grown
With
up.
hair on it? That's weird.
No, he got the shimmering gold. one.
Oh, that makes sense. Goes with the butt plug.
I've never even considered. Well, never. Even I have a line, motherfuckers. I was about to let in some deep, dark shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been there. Neither here nor there. I think I might want to shut it down at
Yeah.
this point. Now that
Shut
you
it
guys,
down.
because you guys have touched on a nerve that I'm going to have a hard time walking away from.
The cock nerve.
The favorite nerve. I think there's a
here
lot
nor
of
there.
nerves, actually.
Yeah, most of them are in the foreskin that gets cut off. It's heartbreaking. I'm trying to get that shit reattached. I've been saving up.
Cadaver foreskin.
You're saving foreskins?
In fact, if you have too much money, you can send
or
it to
foreskins
us.
laying around
You can send it to us at our Venmo.
at Inside the Pallet House on Venmo.
And if I can raise the $7,500
Just
will-
a random number you pulled out of the air with no research at all.
out of the air, I will put a fresh foreskin on this. I'll go aardvark.
You will be whole again.
A fresh infant foreskin.
Ew.
I mean, that's all you're going to get.
Nah, dude. I know a Moyle does like 40-year-old dudes.
Nice.
I got to connect.
Got an inside job.
Everybody's got to have a foreskin connection.
Does
Yeah.
that change your body count?
Like if the foreskin was well used.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or it'll be like the plot of a 70s movie where like you get your new foreskin and then all the evil that comes with it.
But what if I got a virgin
Foreskin.
What if I got a virgin foreskin because he had so much foreskin no one banged him.
Yeah.
And then he cut it off and I put it
And
on.
then you don't
am
know
I
how,
a,
then
am I
you
a
forget-
virgin?
Yeah. Then you
Yep.
forget how to have sex.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
You have sex for the first time again.
But then nobody will have sex with you because of the foreskin.
Because I've got that giant snuffleupagus looking foreskin.
Turtle head can't come out.
Yeah.
Girls get saved again and they're virgins again.
Born again
Yeah,
penis.
yeah, exactly.
I'm going to do it.
Sounds like
The
a
foreskin
cool
of
indie rock
righteousness.
band. Born Again Penis. You gonna see Born Again Penis this weekend?
I didn't even leave the last show. I'm still there. I don't think we have time for the plugs. Nectar Sunglasses, drop ITPH in the coupon code, get 20% off. I actually did that last week. Got some fresh aviators. I had scratched up mine. It's festival season. I wanted to get a freshie. So dropped ITPH and boom. Code worked. I love that code.
Nice.
If you need a mortgage, you live in Georgia or Virginia, head over to screendoormortgage.com. They will take care of you. Well, things are slowing down, so I'm going to say cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
I do.
Way too fucking long.
Oh, feisty. That podcast was awfully long, Johnny.
Could have been a double.
We'll break it in half.
I thought you guys were doing a double tonight.
So did I.
I'm going to tease a good one for next week.
Dave talks about weird stuff.
Did Dave just throw